Me either. Well, yeah.
Are there any students here to speak out this evening? Yes. Say your name, major, place of residency, and make sure you talk to Katie Brewer afterwards so we have all the statements and stuff.
Cool, awesome. So for those who don't know me, my name is Nick Bredis. My pronouns are they, them, there. I am a senior graduating this semester and I live off campus. I'll keep this relatively short since we get on to your meeting. It has come to my attention that the classified employees of Ohio University are in the process of determining whether or not to form a union. As you know, the Ohio Public Employee Collective Bargaining Act affords public employees the right to unionize. I personally support the legal right of public employees to exercise their choice to organize a union or to refrain from doing so. There are approximately 500 classified employees here at Ohio University who do much of the important work that makes the university run. These workers consist of clerical staff, IT, secretaries, and other support staff positions. These classified employees are currently engaged in a union organizing campaign to try and gain a seat at the decision-making table, and in order to be able to negotiate fair pay, benefits, and better working conditions. These are the individuals who make careers positively impacting Ohio University, and they do deserve to have their voices heard. In the past, when this was attempted, previous administrations hired union busters to try and discourage these workers from coming together to form a union. The organizing campaign is currently in the process of collecting letters of support from community leaders, community organizations, elected officials, student organizations, faculty, and students. These letters are simply asking that the university remain neutral through this process and allow the workers to make the decision on their own, free of any intimidation or anti-union campaign. Again, stressing that they do not want to shame the university, just to remain neutral. These workers want to make it clear that this is not about classified employees versus the university's administration. This is about them coming together to make Ohio University a better place to make it a career for themselves and to positively impact the community. I encourage student senate leadership and general body members to meet with me either this Friday, as I am with Jada McAdams, or sometime next week to discuss how to assist in this initiative, or if you have any additional questions. I have a template for the letter of support for members of the athletes community to sign, so I can share that during said meeting. I will share my email and my phone number with Caitlin Brewer after I speak, so this way she can pass it along to the rest of the body. I believe that Ohio University as an institution shares my belief in the importance of allowing employees to exercise their free will and making the important decision to unionize and democratize the workplace. There is a mural in town that everyone in this body should be aware of. Its quote is, "Without labor, nothing prospers." It is my personal belief that without unions and collective bargaining, labor suffers. I hope you will join me in this fight for economic justice and equality for all. The time to act is now. Thank you for letting me share this letter, and I hope to hear from you soon.
Seeing none, announcement of, there we go. Okay, I was like, oh gosh, okay. Does anyone in body have any announcements this evening? Seeing none, we're moving on to presentations. I would love to welcome Dean Matthew Sheffield to
The stage, right?
yeah.
All right, that's what we do. So, hi, how are you? My name is Matthew Sheftel. I'm in my junior year as dean of the College of Fine Arts. Everybody says what happens when you get to senior, and I said, don't worry, I'm on the 6th year. Anyway, I want to thank you so much for not just for hearing me tonight, because I really appreciate the opportunity to speak to you, but also especially for your service. The work that you're doing here is so important. It's so critical to the functioning of the university. This kind of connection and input is really important, especially as we move into a whole new world around higher education. Can you hear me okay? There's a funny echo right in the spot, so I think I'll stand off center. Can you hear me okay? And I just want to thank you, and your voice is really critical. Also, I need to just call out Courtney. I'm embarrassing her, but she's the senator from the College of Fine Arts, and she's one of the people that connected me to you. I really appreciate that. It's a rock star. So I moved here from New Jersey a couple years ago. I have to be honest and say right up front, I never heard of Ohio University. I mean, I knew it existed, but I never really heard of Ohio. I hadn't really paid any attention. Wasn't really where I thought I was interested in. So you're like, why would you tell me this, right? And the reason is because I got a phone call. And I had a job, I liked it, was dean of the College of Fine Arts there, it was a great place. I got a phone call from somebody who said, hey, I know you. You and I have known each other for about 10 years. And I know that what you are doing now isn't meeting your personal mission. This is the place you need to come. And I said, thanks very much, I'm good. Next day, phone call. Seriously, get on the website and look at the mission statement of the university and look at the value statements of the College of Fine Arts and call me. All right. So I looked on it. I looked at our mission statement. How many people look at our mission statement as a university and feel proud? Okay, good, right. That's an amazing thing, because most places, at most universities, nobody pays any attention to it. But I looked there and I saw that we have a commitment not just to your intellectual development, but to your personal development. And I thought, oh, that's cool. And then I looked at the vision statements for the College of Fine Arts. And the first one is, we believe the arts have the power to transform society and individual lives. And I was like, oh, she's right. This is an amazing place. So I got on an airplane, I came out here and walked. How many people have been to the secret parking lot? Okay, I'll just say it's not a really lovely place. That was my entry point to the university. We parked there, and I was like, whoa, okay, what are we doing? But within about 5 minutes, I was totally done. We are incredible. The College of Fine Arts is incredible. The university, what we can do, our commitment to you as students, our commitment to our community, our commitment to what it means to be a successful rural community is extraordinary. And to do that with such excellence is unusual. And to do it, in a public university setting is unheard of. So what we do with the amount of money we have is extraordinary. We should be the #1 best university in the country because of what we do. I will just say that I am so proud every single day that I come on campus. There is not a day that I don't feel that. So in the College of Fine Arts, we really believe that value about the transformation of community. 48% of our students engaged in meaningful community work last year. We started a new Center for Collaborative Arts a year ago. That's focus is really on connecting with our community, connecting with the students, and connecting to outside projects. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. We have about 1,100 students. We recruit a little bit more like a football team than we recruit like maybe the College of Business, because sometimes you need an oboist for the symphony, and sometimes you need a cellist, and sometimes you need somebody who's gonna be a great graphic designer and work in the college, and sometimes you need another kind of person. So we have to be really thoughtful about how do we recruit different individuals in the college. So that means we offer about $300,000 a year in talent financial aid. A lot of that is supported by our alumni and friends. We are the only college at the university who has grown 2 years in a row. This is a tough time for the university, I'll be honest. We're seeing a slippage in our student population, but because we have these wonderful new programs starting up right now, we've been able to beat that trend. So our growth is about 15% over the last 2 years. 30% of our incoming class was first generation, which I'm very proud to say. 25% of our incoming class was out of state. So you get the idea. We really believe in that special place between access and excellence that this university fills. Okay, I always joke with our students that you can spend a really wonderful day in New York experiencing the College of Fine Arts. So you can go to see Mary Murphy filming, so you think you can dance in the morning. You can go to the Metropolitan Museum of Art and see Jim Dine or Jenny Holz's artwork. Then you can go see Aladdin on Broadway, starring our own alumnus Jonathan Freeman as the voice of Jafar, same voices in the movie. And then you go crash on your couch in your hotel and you watch Ed O'Neill and Modern Family, and you've had a whole Ohio University College of Fine Arts Day. It's pretty extraordinary. So we have 6 schools. School of Art and Design. This is the number 13 public school of art and design in the country. US News, I didn't just make this up. Right? If I made it up, I would have said number 1, right? So, number 1 public ceramics program, top 10 publics in printmaking and painting. It's a pretty extraordinary place, and it really has prepared some of the world's changing artists. Maya Lin will be here on Friday. As you probably know, she's originally from Athens. Her father was a dean before me, not directly before me, but a few years before me. And her gift to the university of this wonderful park is part of her legacy here. School of Dance. School of Dance just celebrated its 50-year anniversary. It is unique in its focus on choreography and making. It's pretty extraordinary. We have graduates every single year who get full-time gigs in companies in New York. That is unheard of. Nobody has that kind of track record. We also have alumni who go off and do all kinds of things, working in communities and building dance programs there. I really love our dance program. Check out our winter dance concert. It's really extraordinary. Don't miss it. School of Film. We're ranked in the top 50 for production and cinematography. It's been around for more than 40 years, but this is the first year that we've offered a regular BFA in film. We have 19 students in the new BFA. It's very exciting. They're from all over the country and they're superstars. I'm so excited about what they're going to be producing. I don't know if you saw this, but Chelsea Stardust, one of our alumni, was just in town. We screened one of her movies at the theater, which is also ours. And she's making a name for herself in female empowering horror movies, and she's a superstar. Chelsea Stardust, check her out. She's really great. School of Theater, number 22 best value theater program in the country, says College Confidential. I believe it. Number 14 in playwriting. We have a brand new BFA in musical theater. We saw 1,200 auditions this year. 1,200 auditions and for 29 slots. Pretty amazing. It's going to be really exciting. So we got national acclaim for the program. It's been written up in Broadway Guild, in American Theater Magazine, because it's sort of a unique curriculum where we make sure that every student also has a minor in something that isn't theater. It's really, I think, the way theater programs need to go, but also every student is required to take some hip hop and try to take some popular rock courses, because we know that's where musical theater is going. School of Interdisciplinary Arts. So our School of Interdisciplinary Arts previously only offered PhD degrees, but just last week we found out that our new interdisciplinary BFA undergraduate program is approved by the state and the HLC, which means that we will have an interdisciplinary Bachelor of Fine Arts program that students can cobble together multiple areas of the arts into a degree program. And so what we're doing now is curating different pathways to that, like photography and film. Or let's say you want to be a film music writer. Well, where do you go? Now we have a degree for that. So it's pretty exciting. School of Music, of course, we have the #1 band. Everybody knows about them. Number 15, music therapy program. So here's an amazing thing. How many of you have even heard of music therapy? Oh my gosh, okay, so you're amazing. 60 years ago, which is when our music therapy program was started, was around the time that music therapy as an idea started. So we are almost as old as the discipline itself. We have 100% placement in our music therapy and our music education degrees, which is stunning. So that means that every major hospital in the country has a music therapist from Ohio University working there. It's pretty extraordinary. So let me give you just a little bit about what else is going on. So I talked about the Center for Collaborative Arts. Part of our job is to reach out to other colleges and build interdisciplinary partnerships. So our Healthy Village program is helping to teach CHSP students how to communicate through theater. So how do you communicate with a patient? How do you communicate in a hospice situation? And that's a way we can draw together theater students with students going for the healthcare providers. Arts and Medicine, that's a collaboration with our College of Medicine. You might not know this, but for instance, the Cleveland Clinic, who we partner with in Cleveland, they have 60 full-time artists on their staff that work with patients, work with doctors, in a whole set of ways. So we're working on an Arts and Medicine master's degree, an Arts and Medicine certificate, an Arts and Medicine initiative that will bring arts and medicine together here at the university. Appalachian Recovery Project, anybody involved with that? That's the Nelsonville prison that's now been reconfigured to for women who are experiencing opiate abuse challenges and are sentenced to short stays. And so we're providing arts education for those women to help provide a sense of self, a sense of place, and a sense of community. We developed 101 community and interdisciplinary partnerships last year. I'm just super excited about that. Arts for Ohio. How many people have heard of Arts for Ohio? Okay, great. If you haven't, but you've gone to an arts event for free, this is what pays for it. So this is a program that started, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years ago. We have 40,000 student tickets a year that we provide for free that no other university provides for free. Everybody else charges their students for these tickets. It's an incredible benefit. I have to say, it's not an inexpensive benefit. It costs real dollars to make that happen. And I'm just really excited that we are able to offer that. There's no new money been invested in that in years. So that would be a really thoughtful way that we could support the College of Fine Arts should this body decided that that was one way that you wanted to contribute. Kennedy Museum of Art. How many people knew that that was that even exists? All right, good, right? That's part of the College of Fine Arts. We run all kinds of programs here. We get about 15,000 visitors a year. We receive school children from 9 different counties. That's really wonderful. Athens International Film and Video Festival. This is a big deal festival. It runs every March. You can buy a pass and see as many movies as you want. Movies from all over the world. I love it. I wish I could spend all of my work days at the movies because that would be a lot more fun than some of the things I do. But we had last year 2,500 entries. It's really extraordinary. The Athena Cinema. I love this. 84% average Rotten Tomato rating. I guess we know how to pick them. We have a new Metropolitan Opera broadcast program. How many people know about the Metropolitan Opera? There you go. So I'm expecting to see you, Dr. Freeman, at the cinema. But if you want to watch an opera being performed live in New York, you can come to the cinema, and we are going to give you a free ticket because this is supported by Arts for Ohio. And so come and support them. It's pretty amazing. Marching 110, we've already talked about. Also, Tantrum Professional Theater. Did anybody see the festival, the theater festival at the beginning of the year with Night Shot by the Golf Squad, for instance? Okay, so this is brand new. The Tantrum Professional Theater program was in Dublin, Ohio. We moved it to Athens this year, and we started kind of a fringe festival right at the beginning of the school year. And we'll be doing 2 professional productions on campus this year with equity actors, equity stage design, and so forth. And our students are interning in. It's really exciting. It's part of our accreditation, so we have to do it, but it's also really great opportunity for you to interface with professional theater. Please don't miss it. Our facilities. As I said, our facilities are in great shape. We are in 22 buildings across campus, which is very crazy. We only have 1,000 students, so it's strange to be so dispersed. And frankly, 93% of our students study in buildings that haven't seen a renovation in well over 40 years. Some of them are in buildings that haven't seen a renovation in 50 years. We are pretty challenged. We completed a facility study about a year ago and identified major issues with all of our main buildings. For instance, in Siegfried Hall, we have just basic safety issues. We're working with chemicals because that's where our artists work. We are working with water regularly. We are working with kilns that heat up to thousands and thousands of degrees, and it's hard to keep that safe. And because the building is old, it doesn't support the safety that we really want. It doesn't have HVAC, so we can't, for instance, paint in the summer. Seems like a challenge, right? Because the paint won't dry. So we have really serious challenges in there. It's a great building. It's huge, like a warehouse. It just needs real love and care. There's a lot of opportunity there. Let's see on this one. Can't. Oh well. All right, I missed this slide. So Kentner Hall, which is our theater building, that I don't know if you heard about the flooding we had last year, but we had a major flood in the basement. It was sewage coming out from the pipes, and that's where our costume shop and our scenic design happens. Not a good mix. So the kind of challenges we perceive in Kentner are pretty serious. Our facility study said we had about 5 years until that building will be no longer usable. But I have some great news. Last Friday, we received a plan gift from an alumna. Her name is Violet Patton. She's a rock star. She's 103, and she donated a gift of $64 million to the university. $64 million, half to go to the College of Education and half to go to the College of Fine Arts to build a new building. So I am really excited because it is a little bit of light at the end of this tunnel. This is the cornerstone of a new space. So the idea is that this building will sit right behind Sixth and right behind the Kraken and make a new arts and education green. So you can imagine that space being lively and vibrant and being able to be sort of the front face of the arts and education of the university. Obviously, $32 million is a great deal of money. It's not quite enough, right? I knew theater is probably somewhere around 50 million, and Siegfried would need some serious renovations. So what we're really doing is trying to build it in as we go into the potential fundraising campaign, build a real case about how that will transform the way that you and the community engage with the university by having kind of an arts hub at the university. And thanks to Violet Blackman's gift, we have the first chunk in place. That's really important. What we're looking for is as much support as possible around our ability to generate funds for our remaining needs, so we can really truly provide the arts education that all of you need and that all of our students need, and really the arts focus that our whole community needs, because we are the arts in Southeastern Ohio. This is the nexus, this is where it happens. So thanks so much. I'm open for questions. I really appreciate your time today.
Questions? Yes,
Okay, so I saw Cabaret last year, and I was trying to look on the website for any other musical theater productions. Are they going to continue this year?
That's a great question. So last year's Cabaret was our last performance before having a musical theater program. So pretty awesome considering those students weren't musical theater students. They did a great job. It was a great production. So this year, so part of our plan is that freshmen won't be involved in a full-scale production, but we have a cabaret going on in Donkey Coffee in October. I brought some fine arts calendars. I will put one out for you, grab it, but check it out online. You can see all of our events. We are also negotiated a deal with a theater company that creates new musical theater. They work with composers and playwrights, and they actually bring some percentage of their shows to Broadway. And so we have made a deal with them that we can help preview those. So we will be previewing a brand new musical in the spring. It won't be fully staged, but it'll be partially staged. It's going to be really exciting. But the contract, like the last signature is still missing. So we can't announce it for like another week, but it's going to be amazing. But next year, I can't even tell you what we're planning because I'm not allowed to yet, but it is so exciting. I'm reaching out to the author. But while we're on the topic, you should see She Kills Monsters. It is written by here in Athens. It's a play, it's not a musical, but it's a play. And it was written here in Athens by one of our alumni. It is the most produced play in America right now. It is amazing. It's all about how you discover yourself through Dungeons and Dragons. And so there are dragons coming on stage. We pulled everything out for this. The production values are gonna be like, what? How do they get into this for free? Right? Much less than $50 or $80 or whatever you don't pay on Broadway. So yes, we'll have more musical theater, and it's gonna be more and more and more. But in the meantime, don't miss She Kills Monsters and the secret new production.
I'm a student of the College of Health Sciences and Professions, and I was wondering if you could expand further on how theater majors have been helping with the health.
Right, so we're right in the first year of our collaboration. Well, we had its year 0 last year where we're developing materials. So we have a playwright and a bunch of actors working to create scenarios. It's a cohort model, so there's a certain cohort of the students in the College of Health Sciences and Professions that are getting this training as we kind of figure out what we're doing, as we study the effects of what we're doing. But it's really drawn from an alumnus who gave a gift to the College of Health Sciences and Professions because his wife didn't receive good communication during her end of life care. And so he was looking for a solution. And so we actually have a theater faculty who studied at the LL Center for Communication here, who works on our faculty, and she's an award-winning playwright. So she's developing all these materials around this idea. It's called the Healthy Village Project. And if you're interested, I'm happy to make you. Yeah, it's super exciting. Over here, I don't know if I'm not over more people here. Jonathan.
I'm actually working. Awesome. And if you haven't been, I encourage you to go. It is actually really cool treasure here in the area. And misconception is that a lot of people think students always get in for free. That's not the case, but we do have really cheap tickets, and we do have a lot of free events for students. So I encourage you.
And the popcorn is Shag Bark popcorn, so it's organic. And by the way, Shag Bark was started by a College of Fine Arts alumnus, just wanted to call it out there. Dance alumnus, she just decided she wanted to change the world to popcorn and organic black beans. So I think it's cool. Check for teaching. Anything else?
So you mentioned that there is a cabaret going on in Donkey Coffee. I was wondering if there's a lot of collaboration with local businesses in the College of Fine Arts. That's like a usual thing.
This one is sort of brand new. I will say we try to grow our summer programs a lot over the last 2 years. And we decided that we wanted to work with local businesses for some of that because the local businesses struggle with some of the students. So we did build some partnerships there and make sure that students were out at the local businesses, supporting them and them supporting us through these kinds of arrangements. So that was pretty cool, but of course we need more ground for it. But we have really robust relationships with all of the other arts partners. We have more not-for-profits, artistic not-for-profits in our little tiny town that I've ever seen in a town anywhere close to this size. So for instance, if you don't know the Athens Photographic Project, next time you're walking around the garage, the parking garage, you just downtown, check out all those photographs on the wall. The Athens Photographic Project is cutting edge because it's connecting photography and the use of the lens to your ability to be more holistically looking at yourself. So for those of us who experience mental health challenges, which means like all of us, because we all come to these troubles these days, it's a challenging world that we live in. Check it out because it is amazing the work they do. They teach classes and they engage and they do these wonderful photo displays. So that's a great partnership we built with them. Same thing with PassionWorks. You don't know about PassionWorks, that's run by one of our alumni, right? She's working with adults with disabilities, providing them with a livelihood and connecting to the community and producing passion flowers that are like the icon of our community. Well, we partnered with them in a class we call 30 Mile Studio, which is designed after the 30 Mile meal. So we took a whole army of students to them for an entire class, for an entire semester, to help them build a screen printing program so they can make t-shirts and generate more revenue for the program and support more of those. Anyway, that's two that I can think about. Why we have 101 partnerships, so I can make all of them. That's a good stuff.
Do you have time for one more question? No, I have a question. So my family always comes down because of all of the theater performances. And for those who are not students who are paying for tickets, does that money go right to the College of Fine Arts or to the not specific towards the theater program in general with the college?
So that's a great question. It's really important. Okay, so a ticket, when a family member or a friend of yours that isn't here buys a ticket, those dollars go directly into the theater program and they support it. I will just say, I can't believe what our theater program does with the budget it has. I've worked at several other colleges of fine arts and I know what their budgets look like. I will tell you from a budget standpoint, colleges of fine arts usually lose money. So they cost more than they make to run. Ours does not. Ours actually generates about $4 million a year that we contribute to central costs. I've never been in an institution where we do that. And that is because our faculty work so hard 100% of the time. It is why I'm proud to be here. But you'll see it. So when you do pay for a ticket, please, thank you. We support you. And when your family comes, bring them to the theater because we need their support. We need their ticket support. So yes, thank you. I'm glad you asked.
Well, thank you so much for coming out.
Great.
Really
Thank you so much.
President Ramla, present. Vice President Lonnie Morris, present. Treasurer McAdams,
Present.
Commissioner Gale, present. Senator Shavers, present. Senator Rochelle, present. Senator Bo Luzak Indy, present. Senator Archibald, present. Senator Stevenson,
Present.
Senator Brewer, present. Senator Klein. Present. Senator Eberlein. Present. Senator Moore. Present. Senator Art.
Present.
Commissioner Gibson.
Present.
Senator Thornton. Present. Senator Fenton.
President.
Senator Quay.
Present.
Commissioner Schreier. Commissioner Kramer.
Present.
Commissioner Osmann. Senator Aki.
Present.
Senator Warcamp.
Present.
Senator Moore.
Present.
Commissioner Newman.
Present.
Senator Steele. Commissioner Zimmerman. Senator Adams. Senator Thomas.
Present.
Commissioner Bozinger.
Present.
Senator Klein.
Present.
Senator Schmidt. Commissioner Conrad Sweeney. Senator Fink.
Present.
Senator Shank.
Present.
Senator Duziak. Senator Ben Ezra.
Present.
Senator Sweeney. Senator Tartel. Commissioner Holcamp. Senator Graffus.
Present.
Senator Carmen.
Present.
Senator Tiger. Senator McEnroe. Senator Sweeney.
Present.
Senator Boothby. Senator Ensworth.
Present.
Commissioner Ramla. Senator Iden. Senator Miller. Senator Chess. Senator Rich Mountain. Commissioner McCarthy. Senator Whetstone. Senator Danla. Clerk Cortland. We have quorum. Fantastic. On to any additions to the agenda this evening? Seeing none, we're going to move on to previous meeting minutes. Is there any discussion on the previous meeting minutes? Sorry. It's been moved to second vote on passing the previous meeting minutes. All those in favor, please raise your hand. All those opposed? Abstentions? Okay, minutes pass. On old business, seeing none, moving forward, off to new business. So first up on the agenda is Senate Resolution 2019. A resolution to appoint a member to the Committee on the Community and Social Activities Committee. Anyways, whereas the committee, primary sponsor, Commissioner Bozinger.
Yeah, so we did a lot of interviews, a lot of people applied, and I think these 5 to 4 people are the best picks. And I'm very happy with the sort of
Okay, secondary sponsor, Staff Peterson. Yeah, I'm really excited for the community service committee this year. I'm excited to get things rolling. We're already planning things. Adam already has a community service project planned for November, so I'm really looking forward to getting things going. There's our balance my time. Is there any discussion on this resolution?
Move to vote. Sorry, this is just a grammatical thing, but I like to do a resolution to appoint members to the committee on. Move to the friendly amendment.
Second, we have a vote on friendly amendment first. So, okay. So we're voting on the friendly amendment being added. Okay, so all those in favor of adding the friendly amendment, please raise your hand. All those opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, friendly amendments are approved. Is there any other discussion? Second. Okay. All those in favor of voting on Senate Resolution 1920 and 19 with friendly amendments, please raise your hands. All those opposed? Abstentions? No, there's 3 abstentions. Resolution passes. Okay, Senate Resolution 1920, a resolution to appoint a senator to the Minority Affairs Commission. Whereas stated in the Senate, Commissioner Zimmerman.
I interviewed Adams last week. She has a lot of great ideas and is very eager to be engaged in more opportunities on campus. I really urge you to pass this resolution. I reserve the balance of my time.
Vice President Williams.
I echo everything that.
Any discussion on this resolution? But yes.
She came to us when we were tabling for the Bobcat Safe app. So that is so fun to see it. Yeah, I just had to say that. Our tabling was successful.
Everyone else same time?
Yes.
Okay, any other discussion on this resolution? It's been second and motion to go on Senate Resolution 1920. All those in favor, please raise your hand. All those opposed, abstentions, resolution passes. Resolution 1920-21, a resolution to appoint a delegate to the Senate Appropriations Commission. Whereas, Commissioner McCarthy.
Yeah, so this one's hard to beat, and I actually don't think so. But I had a fantastic interview with him and his really great ideas. And really excited to be on staff. Oh, yes, I do.
That's like treasurer Gaddis.
I echo everything that Maria said before me, and I really
Any discussion on this resolution? Do I hear a motion? Second. It's been moved and seconded to go on Senate Resolution 1920-21. All those in favor, please raise your hand. All those opposed, abstentions, resolution passes. Resolution 1920-22, a resolution to appoint a delegate to the Senate Appropriations Commission. Whereas, Commissioner McCarthy.
So this one's for Jenna. She was on staff last year as an intern, and I'm really excited to have her back this year. She already is really familiar with the process and just really excited to get started. Yeah, that's a good one. And I deserve it now.
Treasurer Gaddis.
I echo everything that Maria said, and I really
Any discussion on this resolution? It's been moved and seconded to vote on Senate Resolution 1920-22. All those in favor, please raise your hand. All those opposed, abstentions, resolution passes. Senate Resolution 1920-23, a resolution to appoint the delegates to the Senate Appropriations Commission. Part 3. Whereas said stated. Okay. Commissioner McCarthy.
Yeah, so Sash had a busy week this past week, but this one's for Liz. I don't think Liz is here either, but with this, it means that Sash she's really exciting idea. She's an engineering major, which is really different from what Sash has had before, so I'm excited to hear the ideas she has and get a little diversity on staff. I reserve the
I'm really excited for staff having a position, and I deserve it.
Any discussion on this resolution? Second. It is been moved and seconded to vote on Senate Resolution 1920-23. All those in favor, please raise your hand. All those opposed, abstentions, resolution passes. Are there any commission reports this evening? Yes.
Thank you to everyone who came and helped with these constitutions. We registered 20 people to vote, so that is good for a period of time. There's a lot of people up there, so people are definitely like overwhelmed. But I'm glad I think it went really well. We handed out like most of the constitutions we have. So thank you.
Commissioner Kramer, when's the last day to register to vote?
October 10th, so it's coming up.
Any other commission reports this evening? Seeing none, move on. Any Senate committee report this evening? Moving on. Any university committee reports this evening? Seeing none, we're gonna move on to my report. So the theme this week is parents or families, and it's Parents Weekend coming up. So that's me, my dad. He's like my best friend. I love him. So my commission, my commission report, no, it's been a day. So the only thing I have is that homecoming court nominations are open and it goes on Friday. So if you have a graduating senior who's a good friend, made an impact in your life, please make sure to nominate them. And other than that, and my report, go week 4.
That's me, my mom, in Chinatown in this summer. I have 2 small things. Yay again for 2 full commissions. I'm so excited. We have very, very, very little open positions, which I'm super excited about. So both Minority Affairs and SAC are now full. About that. And then the other thing that I have is we have a debate coming up for the mayoral candidates and the at-large city council candidates. We're co-hosting it with GSS, and it's going to be October 17th at 6 p.m. in Bentley 236. It took a while until then, but I just wanted to put that on.
So those are my parents and I in Amsterdam last year. And so just one thing today, the budget application is open. It's available on Buckhead Connect forums on the Senate tab. So the Senate total is $60,484.36. Allocated not spent $7,021.39. Not allocated nor spent $53,462.97. The stock total is $401,984 and then 24 cents. And the spot is $242,877.25. And the U fund is $79,070.99. And that's and these numbers are true and accurate to the best of my knowledge.
That's my family from freshman year at the football game, but now it's coming this weekend. I'm gonna move on. So the EIDs, you now have access, to everyone that submitted it, you now have access as of 3 p.m. today. If you didn't fill out the form, then I'm sorry, you don't have more access. The intern application closed today. I do want to give a shout out to Danielle. She's worked really, really hard on it. We have, I think, 15 new interns, and that's really exciting. I'm really proud of proxy form if you're having someone proxy for you. It's on Wildcat Connect. I'm actually just going to post it, like, star it in the Slack so people can just see it. It's on the Wildcat Connect. I finished the name tags, at least for the senators and commissioners. If I misspelled something, I didn't do one, let me know. I did that this afternoon. And then keep turning in your office hours, and that is the end of my report.
Hello, everybody. I hope you had a fantastic Wednesday so far. There's a picture of my family and I from freshman year moving in. That explains why I have moved here, there, and here now. Just wanted to appreciate or say that I appreciate everybody that saw our tweet and retweeted, liked our picture on Instagram. I thank you for following the VR part. Other than that, that is the end of my report.
Is no longer holding on. Predator. I don't think I'm working on it. All I have is that we have 2 associate positions left, and your advice report.
Just 2 quick programmatic things. If you notice on your way into Walter, if you came in from the street side, like the Bridge Avenue, the Remembering Our Fallen project that was installed there today. So if you have a moment, go check it out. It's service members who lost their lives in the war on terror. It's a collaboration with Veterans Center and CFC. We'll be there throughout the weekend. So if that's something that might interest you or your parents, I would encourage you to check it out. And then tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at the Athena, Start by Believing documentary is going to be screened, which is a collaboration between Ohio University Police Department and their survivor advocacy program about what a survivor story and what she went through when she reported her sexual assault. And I think that's pretty intense, but impactful. So if you will have the time to do that tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at the Athena. Have a good night.
I'm moved Parents Weekend, and thank you to those that came to do that. That's the end of our.
session. Okay, it's been moved to second to go in second session, please, all those in favor, please raise your hand. All those opposed, abstentions? Okay, we're in executive session. For those who are not in Senate, quarters, we have to ask you to leave the room now. Thank you. So while they're moving around that, we're gonna pass it over to Catherine.
So we have to do, I think I mentioned this last week during my report, we have to do an evaluation of I have a new culture, so I'm coming up with this week. And just send it.
Does anyone not have a phone or a laptop?
I'll give you 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And show